So, if you're under the impression that your MP is acting on your behalf, have a little look at a website called theyworkforyou.com. It's a great little website. Make a donation if you get the chance, because they do a lot of good work in putting stuff together, and you will see exactly what your MP is up to when you're not looking, what they're voting on and how much it is costing all of us for that privilege. So if I were to take an MP at random, let's choose, why not? Let's choose Jim Knight, for example, who happens to be a Labour MP and also happens to be mine for South Dorset. Now, Jim has been in office for a few terms now, and in the last 2 terms he has voted 1,710 times. Don't worry, you wouldn't have to do it that often, but there's a lot of small amendments and things. But anyway, so 1,710 times. And how many times do you think he would vote against the government in 1,710 votes? Maybe he'd agree with what? I don't know, maybe 2/3 of what the government was doing, just over half, 80%, I don't know. 9 times did he vote against his own government. 9 times in 1,710. I don't want to bang on about this. Anyway, in the last term alone, he's voted 728 times, and the number of times he voted against the government was 4 times. Jim is a yes man, isn't he? Wouldn't you think? What is the point of voting him in? What is the point of having him represent you? He's just going to take your power and hand it to the cabinet because he wants to get on the cabinet, he wants to get on, he wants to be somebody, and the only way to be somebody is to just agree with everything that he's been told to agree with. So he's never representing your views, he's just doing what he's told. What is and I want to let you know at this stage what these 4 times he voted against the government were about. 3 of them were on an open vote where they were trying to decide what percentage of the House of Lords should be elected, and that could have gone either way, so that's kind of a 50-50 kind of thing, so he didn't know if he's on the winning side or not. And the other time, here we go, let's have a little drum roll here, the other big burning issue that Jim Knight voted against the government on was an open vote on the docking of working dogs' tails. Oh, thank heavens he's there. I don't know what we'd do without him, do you? I mean, at least I'll be able to sleep soundly in my bed tonight. And while we're at it, let's just have a little look at some of the expenses things here. Year 2006-07, the additional costs allowance for when you stay away from home. The maximum was 22,110, and Jim spent 22,110. That was lucky, wasn't it? And 2007-08, the maximum you could have was 23,083, and Jim's was, you guessed it, 23,083. Jim, I think I'm beginning to see through your little plan here, hey? So, I don't think Jim is alone in this. I suspect that many MPs are acting like this. The majority, in fact. Don't put them in power. Don't hand your power away. Don't let them do this to you. Represent yourself. Represent your own views. Steer your country. Steer your future. Choose freedom. Movement for active democracy. It makes sense. It does. Honest.